What's going on, guys? It's your boy King G with KOTV. Back at you with another one. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the content. Today we're going to talk about how Terence Crawford still just hasn't fought anybody, okay? I mean, as far as the boxing community is concerned, it has been concerned, he hadn't fought nobody. His career been a bunch of fighters that's really nobodies. He just been, fighting people that he was supposed to beat, and when he got in the ring with a real fighter, he would get exposed. That was what was said. That's what people was talking. Even my father was talking that crazy stuff, which used to, he would get mad because, his favorite fighter is Errol Spence, and Terence Crawford, one of my favorite fighters. But Errol Spence, I got a lot of love for Errol Spence too. I love Errol Spence. I like them both. But I'm not when it come down to it, I never thought that Errol Spence could beat Terence Crawford. I actually did. I kind of put him in the same place that I used to put Mayweather at. I don't think nobody can beat him. I don't think nobody can beat Terence Crawford. I don't care if he moves up to fight Canelo, he gonna find a way to win. He might not get a knockout, but he'll find a way to win. And this deception, this Terence Crawford hasn't fought anybody deception, it's just retarded to me. Because when you look at his record, and I'm talking about, because sometimes fighters fight people at the end of their road. You understand? Like Larry Holmes fought Muhammad Ali, but at 40 years old. So that's not the same Muhammad Ali. So you didn't beat Muhammad Ali. Some of the people, Kevin McBride beat Mike Tyson. That wasn't Mike Tyson. That was his name is on your resume, but that's not the Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson would have murdered him. He probably wouldn't even be alive right now if he had fought Tyson back in '89 or any of that. You understand? And what I'm trying to say is that with Terence Crawford's career, all the people that he was fighting, even when he took the Breeders' Prescott fight, he wasn't even supposed to take that fight. And that guy had knocked out Amir Khan. But everybody that he fought was at the top of their game when he fought him. Everybody was at the top of their game when he fought him. He beat everybody at 135. He moved up to 140. He fought and beat everybody, unified that division. Everybody he fought there. People say certain fighters wasn't good. Hank Lundy and all these guys was somebody when they were fighting Terence Crawford. But once he beat him and make it look super easy, then he ain't fighting nobody. I mean, it reminds me of Floyd Mayweather all over again. Because I can recall so many times, and I'll get into that on another video about Floyd, but with Terence Crawford, it's like before the fight, it's a dangerous fight. And then after he win, it was an easy fight. And he's supposed to do that. Like looking at Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn just beat Pacquiao. Now, regardless of how everybody want to look at it, when Terence Crawford, he didn't come up to 147 to run. That's what never made sense to me. When people kept trying to make it seem like, he don't want to see Errol Spence. Well, if he ain't want to do that, he could have just stayed at 140. Nobody would have been mad at him because he was already dominating 140. He came up to 147 to prove that I could beat all y'all too. But once again, y'all, people started talking about the wrong sides of the streets and promoters, and that's the one thing I hate about the boxing game, is because the one thing, I'm not a UFC guy. I've been boxing all my life, so it's like boxing is everything for me. But the one thing I love about the UFC is that you get the fights you want to see because it's only one promoter, Dana White. Whereas in boxing, Bob Arum don't like Al Heyman, or Al Heyman don't like Bob Arum, or Oscar De La Hoya don't like this person or that person, then you don't get the fight that you really want to see. And it ain't, these fighters ain't really, I mean, you gotta realize, stepping in the ring, and that's another thing people need to stop doing, is disrespecting these fighters, talking about he's scared this, he's scared that. I've been in the boxing ring. I'm gonna tell you, that's one of the most courageous things that a person can do, because you're going in there to do bodily harm and have bodily harm done to you. So just stepping in the ropes, respect any man that's stepping between the ropes. That's the number one thing. Even if he ain't better than the other fighter and all of that, That's all cool, but don't disrespect him, calling them bums and garbage. That ain't how you conduct yourself. That's not true. You understand what I'm saying? But these fighters, like this guy, Jeff Horn, he had just took the belt from Manny Pacquiao because Errol Spence and at that time Keith Thurman, all of them dudes were saying, hey man, you ain't got no belt, you ain't did nothing yet. And the only person that had a belt outside of the people that was on PBC was Jeff Horn. So he took the belt. Everybody said it was an easy fight. That was easy. Even before the Amir Khan fight, they was like, man, Amir Khan slick. Now, I never trust Amir Khan because it's chin. But regardless of the whole thing, that was supposed to be a hard fight. He made it look easy. The Sean Porter fight, he made it look easy, right? And every time Terence Crawford win, it's a new excuse to why. And even in the Errol Spence fight, in which I had Errol Spence, and I got a bunch of people that can tell you that I've been telling people this forever. It hasn't even been close. I don't care what nobody said. I just didn't see nobody beating Terence Crawford. But regardless of the whole thing, when Terence Crawford went in there and made that fight look super easy against Errol Spence didn't make no excuses. All he said was run it back. We're going to run it back like a man. Like, we're going to run it back. That's all he said. He ain't say nothing about I ate a sandwich before the fight. I'm 147 is too small. And this is what's so crazy, because this is where the BS come in at. And this is what I don't like about haters of certain boxers. If you like a fighter more than another fighter, that's fine. That's cool. But to just be finding reasons to hate on a fighter is just garbage. You know what I'm saying? So Terence Crawford, he wins the fight. And so now it's like, okay, Errol Spence been fighting at 147 his entire career, and not one fight have I heard anybody say he too small for the division. I mean, he too big for the division. He's never been considered too big for 147 until he lose to Terence Crawford. Now, he should have been at 154. But nobody wasn't saying that. And all these accidents, I'm 100% glad that he's okay. And that, especially the main accident that happened. Very happy that he survived that. That was a major accident or whatever the case may be. And so that's good that he made it through that. But the part where people start coming with he ain't been the same. I mean, he came back, he fought Danny Garcia. Of course, he wasn't fully the same. You could tell. When he first came back, he was kind of slurring his speech in his first interview. He was still trying to get his bearings back, but he still won the fight. He still did good, right? And then he comes back and he just, demolishes. I forgot the Puerto Rican name, but he demolished him. And now, hey, it's time for Terence Crawford. And before the fight, everybody like, man, this is it, man. You're gonna kill Crawford. Crawford gonna be dead. Blah blah blah. I even had people pay me my money without talking. I literally had people not talk to me for a week because Crawford won. And it's like, that's whack. Because it's like if Errol Spence had won that fight, I would have talked about it just like anything else. Like, man, damn, man, he did his thing. Like, that's what I would have did, because it's like, it's boxing, man. Anything can happen. But it's always hate when it comes to Crawford. He ain't never did nothing. So now the new thing is he's scared of Boots Ennis, when that's not true either. It's just nothing to gain in that fight. Now at this point, he's don't really got to do nothing else if he don't want to. I mean, of course he got to do the rematch with Errol Spence, which even if they do it at 154, I do not see a difference in that fight. Crawford will win it again. And then if he fights Jermell Charlo, I don't see Jermell being able to beat him, because he just got power, and power is not enough for a Crawford. And he can try to do the Canelo fight, but I don't even really see Canelo fighting nobody, because Canelo, I don't know what he's trying to do. So I'm gonna stay off of Canelo. We'll talk about that in another video as well. But my thing is, Crawford has fought everybody. He unified 2 divisions and was a champion at 135. He won at all 3 divisions, and he can go up to 154 and unify that too. Don't get it twisted. You understand what I'm saying? So that can be done as well. So just stop with the hate. You know what I'm saying? Because Terence Crawford resume is real. and you need to go back, go to BoxRec and go look at his resume, and you'll see Terence Crawford has been fighting top contenders when they was at the top of their game. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, that's the Terence Crawford deception. I'm out. It's your boy King G, KOTV. Peace.